As the courtroom tension peaked, a name echoed from the prosecution's side. Michael B. Jordan. The gallery gasped. Was the Hollywood actor involved? His name had never been publicly linked to Diddy before. Whispers erupted, some confused, others suspicious. DownUpNews begins to unravel how and why this happened. Sean Combs, better known as Diddy, was in court over explosive charges. Sex trafficking, racketeering, and witness tampering were at the heart of the trial. High-profile lawyers, sealed files, and intense media scrutiny painted a dramatic setting. The courtroom was packed with reporters, former associates, and alleged victims. Then came the moment that no one saw coming. During closing arguments, the prosecution dropped Michael B. Jordan's name. They suggested an actor of high repute had been questioned in sealed depositions. The phrase was vague, but many quickly speculated the actor in question. They said the actor was at an event where troubling activity occurred. And the prosecution made it clear this wasn't accidental. The sealed documents referenced a mansion party in Bel Air. The year? 2021. The host? Diddy, stars. Among them, the prosecution claimed, was Michael B. Jordan. They clarified he wasn't under investigation, but had witness relevance. Still, the public perception exploded with questions. Twitter trended within minutes, #Jin Court and #Diddy Trail. Speculation swirled. Was he a witness? A victim? A friend? Fans were confused, worried, and outraged all at once. Michael B. Jordan's team declined to comment immediately, but the internet never waits for official statements. Legal analysts rushed to weigh in. They emphasized that being named doesn't mean wrongdoing. It's common for high-profile trials to mention unrelated public figures, one lawyer said. Still, they agreed. It was strange to mention Jordan in final arguments. What was the prosecution aiming to imply? Diddy's lawyers objected fiercely. They accused the prosecutors of name-dropping to taint the jury. This is sensationalism, not justice, one defense attorney barked. But the judge allowed the reference to remain on record. That sealed the moment in public memory. Court insiders leaked that sealed depositions mentioned Jordan as present at 2 events. One in Miami, one in Los Angeles. Allegedly, both events had activities that later led to civil suits. Jordan's name appeared only as someone visibly uncomfortable, the documents say. Not a perpetrator, more likely an observer or passive bystander. TMZ, CNN, and countless YouTubers ran with the story. Headlines implied a deeper involvement than confirmed. Michael B. Jordan's name became clickbait overnight. Fans began dissecting his old interviews, party photos, and public comment. It became a storm of noise with few facts. A close friend of Jordan spoke anonymously to Variety. They said Jordan was blindsided and furious. He had nothing to do with this mess, the source stated. The team reportedly considered legal action for defamation, but chose silence, hoping the storm would pass. A former model claimed on Instagram that she saw Jordan at one Diddy party. She said he stayed less than 20 minutes and looked uncomfortable. She alleged the party turned wild quickly after he left. This account aligned with the court's sealed statements. It helped clarify, but also fueled more curiosity. Sources say the media firestorm deeply affected Jordan. He canceled one press event and avoided public appearances for 2 weeks. His team worried about brand partnerships being impacted, especially during filming of a major action film in Europe. The collateral damage of courtroom drama was now global. After the uproar, the judge made a statement. He clarified that Jordan was not on trial, not charged, not subpoenaed, but he allowed the name to remain in closing as factual context. It was an unprecedented decision in a celebrity-laden trial. Some praised the transparency. Others called it reckless. Inside sources claimed Diddy was surprised by the tactic. He didn't expect them to drag Jordan in, said one observer. The rapper reportedly smirked when the name was dropped. Some say it was a sign of disrespect, Others say it was nerves. But the damage had already been done. The entertainment world took notice. Executives at Netflix and Amazon Studios paused meetings with both men. Sponsorship deals were reviewed behind the scenes. It showed how interconnected celebrity images have become. One accusation, one name drop, can ripple across careers. Investigators released a partially redacted guest list. Names included artists, athletes, and actors, Michael B. Jordan among them. However, the list also noted timestamps of arrivals and exits. Jordan's stay was under 30 minutes with no direct interactions cited. Still, his presence was now permanent public record. After Jordan's mention, two more names surfaced. A supermodel and a retired NBA player were referenced anonymously. Both were said to be unwitting witnesses. It showed a pattern. Diddy's lifestyle had overlapping spheres. No one was prepared for the trial's widening reach. On Twitter and TikTok, the tide shifted. #LeaveHimJaloney began trending worldwide. Clips resurfaced, showing his kindness, integrity, and boundaries. Fans argued he was collateral damage in a dirty legal battle. Support poured in from fellow actors and influencers. One major studio fast-tracked the release of Jordan's next film. They hoped to distance his brand from the Diddy noise. The premiere included a heartfelt statement of resilience. Jordan thanked fans, and those who see the truth through chaos. The crowd gave him a standing ovation. Diddy's legal team later tried to minimize the damage. In a public statement, they claimed they never accused Michael B. Jordan. They insisted his name was dragged in recklessly by prosecutors. The pivot was seen as damage control. But the public was not quick to forgive. Jordan's reps reportedly considered a tell-all interview. He would speak about the trial, the name drop, and his experience. Talks were allegedly held with Oprah and Anderson Cooper. But nothing was confirmed, only more whispers. Fans are still waiting. In response, Jordan launched a new nonprofit, focused on supporting victims of media defamation and false linking. He named it Clear Truth. The move was praised as graceful and constructive, and positioned him as a leader beyond Hollywood. Legal experts began criticizing the prosecution. Name-dropping irrelevant figures can damage credibility, one analyst said. Others argued it brought needed attention to a pattern of behavior. Either way, it was a gamble. And it had consequences far beyond the case. Insiders claim several stars now avoid Diddy-hosted events. The Jordan controversy sparked a reevaluation of celebrity spaces. A-list gatherings are now under deeper scrutiny. Some say Hollywood will never be the same, especially for those in Diddy's orbit. The court transcript showed internal chaos. Attorneys argued for hours over redactions. Jordan's name was initially omitted, then reintroduced. The choice was deliberate, some say politically motivated. Others blame media manipulation. Jurors were seen reacting to the name drop. Some looked surprised, others confused. A legal analyst said, it may plant doubt, even unconsciously. Even if Jordan had no involvement, perception matters, especially when deciding someone's fate. Even after the verdict, the Jordan moment lingered. It became a footnote in every coverage. He was never part of the trial, but somehow defined it, said one anchor. The court of public opinion is rarely fair, and sometimes never forgets. Through it all, Jordan kept a dignified silence. He focused on work, philanthropy, and privacy. He made no public attacks, no impulsive responses. That restraint earned him new respect, a symbol of modern grace under fire. Beyond the verdict, this trial changed narratives. It exposed toxic power dynamics, blurred social boundaries, and media recklessness. And it showed how even innocence can be weaponized. Jordan's name was cleared, but not without cost. A cautionary tale for every public figure. Why did Michael B. Jordan come up in Daddy's trial? Because fame makes you vulnerable, sometimes, a pawn in a war you didn't start. He was never the target, but still took the bullet of scrutiny. And in surviving it, he emerged more admired than ever. Truth echoes loudest when spoken in silence.